I'm coming at you today from the tobacco company in Mont, Pennsylvania. Another beautiful day here in central Pennsylvania, and I'm smoking on my swag cigar, and I have my little drink. Needless to say, I forgot my good cup at home, so I had to borrow one of theirs. But needless to say, let's get into what the video is about today. Today I'm talking about Mont Blanc limited edition pens, collecting them, and how about going about getting some. Now, personally, I have a Mont Blanc boutique in the Philadelphia area, which isn't that far from me, maybe about an hour and 15-minute drive. I don't buy pens there because Mont Blanc doesn't cough up a discount. And at the current time, Mont Blanc's having problems with their pens. They're not selling like they used to. And I've noticed that on eBay also. And with that, their watch market is probably going to surpass their pen market. Now, this is my personal opinion once again. Since the economy's going into crapper, a lot of middle-class jobs, good-paying middle-class jobs, obviously have left the country, and people are outsourcing and insourcing. And needless to say, it's affected the secondary market. I would buy a pen. I've been collecting the limited edition Writer series for, geez, 15 years, something like that. Those pens at one time had a very nice resale value. Now, typically when I buy them, I get about a 30% discount, which helps. But lately, I've sold two pens that I had because I wasn't using them. And if you watch any of my videos, I use everything that I own. I'm not one of these kind of guys that buys it, puts it in the safe, never sees it again. So I sold a couple of them. And before that, I did my research on eBay. I found a couple of them that were just like mine. I followed them for about, a month to see where they were selling. Actually, if I would have paid full retail, I would have just broke even. That is it. But since I got the 30% discount, actually I managed to make a couple of dollars, maybe 100, 150 on the two pens that I did sell. But before, that was never like that. These pens would go through the roof. You spend $400 and you hold on to it, then you'd sell it for $800 or $900, but it's not like that anymore. And it's a shame to say that because I am a big fan of those pens, and some of that I bought, to use. Some of it I bought as an investment. Now, obviously, most things you buy, you don't get your money back on. You buy a car, you don't get your money back on. You buy a pair of shoes, you don't get your money back. You buy a nice suit, you don't get your money back. So that was always a nice thing. Between my watches and my pens, I could always get a few dollars back. But this is no longer the case. So if you're going to buy some, you definitely want a discount. There are places out there besides the boutique. Basically, I'll go to the boutique to look at the pen, see if I like it. And then if I like it, I'll purchase it through an authorized dealer to save myself some money. But at the current time, I think I'm going to give up on the collection a little bit. I'm just breaking even. It defeats the purpose of what I wanted to use it for. And I have enough pens to cover my watches, cover my suits. And it's a shame that it's going this way, but it's just a fact of the country and the way things have gone in the last several years. Things aren't worth as much as they used to be. When I sold my pens on eBay, what was kind of nice, these used to be nice, they would always go up the last hour, 15 minutes, you're at $500, and all of a sudden you look, now it's up to $700. The pens that I sold, I pretty much maxed out. I usually do a 7-day auction. I maxed out about maybe 4 or 5 days, and the pens never went up. I mean, I got the money that I was looking for. I didn't lose a dime, but it's not as good as it used to be, which is a shame because I love my pens, but I guess the younger people too. I'm a little older, and the younger people aren't buying pens like they used to, or buying pens at all. Obviously, you have phones like a Samsung Note 3 and 4 that have that stylus, so people aren't using them. And then the people that would have probably purchased them before, since the economy is in the crapper still, I don't care what our government tells us, the economy's still in the crapper. It doesn't do anybody any good. But once again, these are my opinions. I'm not here to tell you how to spend your money or what to do with your money. This is just advice, and it's solid advice. I've been collecting pens for about maybe 15 to 20 years, I've been collecting wristwatches and been reading about wristwatches for over 30 years. So my knowledge, what I have, is sound. Now, I don't have insider knowledge. I have a friend that owns a jewelry store, and he tells me a lot about watches, things that I can't read in a book. You actually have to work the business in order to understand what's going on in the business. And I guess the same thing is in the pen game too. So if you want to go buy some pens, and if you want to buy some limited editions, nothing wrong with that. You do what you want to do. Maybe the pens will come back up when the economy eventually gets better, and maybe it never will. But just be careful. Whatever you do is, like I would always tell anybody, do your research, check out eBay, see what pens are selling for, you know, talk to your authorized dealer about getting a pen. Sorry about the background noise, but once again, I'm on location. So needless to say, do your research, and hopefully you can make a good find and a good buy. So God forbid, if you ever decide you want to sell a pen, you don't like it, you don't use it any longer, or if you were even doing it for an investment like I was. The two pens I knew I wasn't going to use per se, except for really limited basis, maybe once a year, because I don't wear a lot of green, and these pens had a lot of green in it, but I bought them so I could complete my series. And then on top of that, so needless to say, I'm hoping to make some extra money when I did go to sell them. That's not the case at the current time. Once again, it's a StyleCon. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. I do plan on making a lot more content in the near future. If you'd like to, please subscribe. If you have any advice for me to make the channel better or more interesting, let me know. And as usual, I'll see you in the next video.